strength session there for my peak week for Tryka. What I usually do with my peak weeks are my taper week for Tryka. What I usually do is I just go purely off how my body's feeling. Last thing I want to do the week of it is to start accumulating fatigue. So generally I don't have a set programmed out. It's generally based off my how I'm feeling. Thing with a taper week is you have the hard work done, and it's just a case now of just fine tuning things, and the only thing that's going to ruin your race is bad preparation or bad execution. So yeah, just trying to dial in the basics now for the week coming up to the race, racing on Saturday morning. So yeah, today is Tuesday. I've done a strength session today. I will probably do a bit of speed work tomorrow, and then some small bit of strength endurance. As I said, nothing too strenuous, nothing too fatiguing, and then Friday a very gentle shakeout run. So I'll log all my workouts this week. Yesterday I was getting my bloods done this morning, so I was advised not to go near any exercise or anything yesterday as it affected the result of the bloods. So there was no session yesterday on Monday, so that's where we're at for the moment, and we'll try to get a bit of footage of Tryka as well. I have Emma coming up with me, so we should get a nice bit of footage of me racing, hopefully, and we can include that in the vlog. Another thing, guys, I'm just walking back from the gym there now. So when it comes to my strength sessions for taper week, I will generally keep it to 2 sets, nice and intense, nothing too fatiguing. So a rule of thumb for me for my taper week is intensity up, volume down. That way you are making sure you're not fatiguing yourself out. And what I say to a lot of clients as well is you want to come into the race with no niggles or injuries. So the common mistake you see people is they get injured 2 or 3 days before a race because they think they have to absolutely murder themselves doing a really hard session. You're not really going to improve your fitness in a substantial way between 3 days before a race. It's the consistency of, say, the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months that is going to show the biggest difference. And I think I've spoken about this before as well. The last 6 months I have been focusing, since November last year was a big strength focus up until about May, June this year, and then I started to up the running again while still focusing on the strength. So I haven't actually done a whole lot of high rocks and hybrid specific stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that training has carried over. My stations will be stronger, my running will feel tougher, but if I can hold the pace that I've always been able to hold, which is about, if I can hold sub 4:30 pace and come into the stations feeling strong, we'll be in a good place to hopefully get in and around an hour. I also announced on my Instagram during the week that I'm going to be a head judge at Tryka as well, so that is exciting. It'll be interesting to see, and it'll be good to be a part of first Irish owned fitness race.
My past is the blade, my desire is the blaze. Myself is the one to blame. Cover my eyes just to pretend I'm alright. They say I'm alright, I know I'm not alright. I've been waiting for one day, looking back to laugh. I've been waiting for someone standing by me and sincerity pulling me out from my ocean of my destiny. Is there anyone? Is there anyone? Lying in the cold where I am now, heading up high, shadows cover the stars. There is no one else, demons roaring inside myself. Words are breaking down, thoughts can kill my soul. Should I keep on waiting? I've been waiting for one day, looking back but laugh. I've been looking for the way, like streams diving into the sea. Someone like me, someone saves me. Is there anyone?
So where are we? Just out of the ODS there now. Got a nice bit of footage of the
of the race setup. Looks really good, really good setup, and no expenses really being spared. So be good to see now what the atmosphere is like. Got a bit of merch as well. We have our head judge. Don't know if you can see that card, head judge card. The red and yellow cards for red and yellow cards for penalties and warnings, and my nice Tryka head judge shirt. Tryka head judge, lovely. So very tired now. Gonna go home, get some food, and get a good night's sleep before racing tomorrow, and then judging on Sunday. So busy weekend ahead. We'll get as much footage as we can.
Well done, you're doing really well.
So much to do the amazing point now here, boys.
Guys, how are we? Just do a bit of a debrief on Tryka. Really enjoyed it. I made a balls from the very start of it by running past the in sign and having to run 100 meters back the opposite way in the track. Up until that point I was going to be second coming in onto the ski, and the goal from there on in was to keep with the person who was first, maybe keep myself within the top 5 and then push on in the last 2 stations, and that didn't happen. So obviously that went out the window. So my goal then was just to try climb back up my wave as much as I could. I have a new camera there, DJI Osmo Pocket, so I'm just trying to get used to that. I'm trying to figure out with the gimbal how the camera is moving up and down. So bear with me if the footage looks a bit different today. I got a good bit of footage as well of the race. You'll see some of the footage is quite poor quality. I found moving it from iPhone to put it onto YouTube has affected the quality, so that's why I've got this new camera today, and hopefully the footage will improve, the quality of the images will improve going forward. But yeah, so that was Saturday. I finished at 1:05. I was wanted about 1 hour, so I do think I had it in me. I do think had I not made that mistake at the start, that I would have been able to stick with the person in first place. and in and around there, and at least I know where I was coming into the stations. Whereas it got to a point where I was like, since I came into the ski in 12th, it meant that I had to just be like, right, the goal is look left and right, make sure you're rowing and skiing, doing your sled, whatever it was, thrusters, just make sure you're doing it quicker than the two lads either side of you. And that was generally the case. So yeah, I had to throw that out the window and just finish my own race as best I could. So that was a 105. I felt relatively strong throughout it as well. Like, I was pushing myself, but I definitely felt there was more in the tank. There's probably another 10% in the tank easily. So see, it's kind of given me a bit of a push as well for Birmingham now in less than 2 weeks now, 10 days today. So see how that goes as well. We'll get a nice bit of footage for that. But yeah, so that was Saturday. Sunday I was judging Tryka. I was a head judge on the sled push and then side sled pull, and then last minute I was changed off that and I done the lunges, which was actually very good crack, because you're 7 stations in, people are starting to struggle at that point. So you know, I enjoy this side of turning around and saying, look, come on, you can do this, really pushing people on. And a load of the members from the shed were passing through at the same time, so at some of the times that I was working on it, so it was great to see them and being able to be like, look, this is what we're going to do, let's go, and really kind of help get them through it. And a few people came up then after they'd finished it and just said thanks for being encouraging. And I think one thing going in as a judge was that there's no point in trying to make it harder for someone. There's no point in, like, obviously if they're not doing the movement you have to enforce it, but there's no point in, like, you can still judge while also being encouraging for people. So that's what I did anyway, and I know I enjoyed it. It was a very rewarding experience. So roll on the next one. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm just out for a walk along the canal there now, so I am going to head in to the shed and do my own strength session. Then I'm meeting a prospective new client, so it's always exciting getting someone new on board, someone new. Everyone always has a different story, everyone always has a different background, and it's one of the rewarding things about coaching is, like, no two people are the same, no two people can be coached the same. So I do get a lot out of the fact that, like, you really learn a lot about someone, you really learn a lot about their background, about their, say, what they've, you know, from a fitness point of view, how they've experienced it in the past and things like that. So yeah, so that's getting busy now with the PT and coaching, and a few things coming down the line I'm just waiting for confirmation on, and obviously I can't speak about anything at the moment now till it's confirmed, but there's a few big things coming down the line. There's one thing in particular that if I can get it up and running, I'd be very excited about. It'll be huge. So once I can get that going, I'll share more on my Instagram. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Tryka vlog. And we'll get some footage now for next week in Birmingham, get some footage of training during the week, and just, I suppose, keep documenting just everyday life, how I balance my training, how I balance my coaching business with working full time as well. And just, I don't know, if there's anything you'd like me to cover in a video sometime, just drop it into the comments, drop me a message, and I can cover any sort of topic, something you'd like to see, a challenge or anything like that, anything that could make good content for the channel that can add a bit of value to someone. Yeah, so that's it. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.